everybody. Welcome to this version of Pit Stop with Traffic Jam Jimmy. Today I'm on the Avenue in Hampden, Maryland, and we are visiting Dangerously Delicious Pies. And we're going to meet Rodney. He's the owner and founder, and he's going to tell us all about how he got started. And he has a camp going on now teaching kids how to roll and bake their own pies. So sit back and enjoy. We are here at Dangerously Delicious Pies, and Rodney's the founder, owner.
What's up, Jimmy?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right, let's tell us how you got started making pies.
Well, I sort of my whole life, when I was a kid, my grandmother, my great aunt, everybody just would, for family occasions, they'd bring pies. You know, it was really weird. People had beautiful pies in different kinds of containers and stuff, and some pies were good, some pies were garbage, but everybody's very proud of them, so it was a neat thing. So I really got into it. I like the pie, just kind of, I'm not sure why, but it just kind of connected with me right away.
So you were a rock and roller.
Yes, sir.
And you would perform, and then you
Oh,
came
yeah.
back. Tell us how you got started taking pies seriously.
Well, it kind of was when I'm off the road. I had no way to make any bread, so I was living above a bar in Fells Point, and I'd make pies for people, just so you know, like a date or something like that. And then I was just like, coffee shops would like, hey man, will you pick up some pies? Can we get pies from you? I'm like, sure. So I would make pies. I started baking a bunch to take on the road with me. So I'd have CDs, T-shirts, and pie at my stands, and no one ever bought pie the whole trip, but I got a lot better accommodations where to stay, and pie just started becoming a thing, and I would, out of desperation, started baking on a much bigger scale, and I just was like, man, pies got to pay for rock and roll, because rock and roll don't pay for nothing. So I still pay rock and roll. That's
for nothing.
Exactly. Pies is the reason I can do it.
All right, so now you're expanding. You got almost 4 locations.
Yes, sir.
So you got the original one was down in Canton Square.
Canton Square, Hampden here on 36th Street. We have one in Annapolis on West Street, and I also have one opening on 14th Street Northwest in D.C.
Oh, wow. So you're going to be in D.C., so you're spreading out.
Yeah, it's cool. It's my D.C. spot's going to be like a pie honky-tonk, like a small music venue, but really, really cool, intimate spot for singer-songwriters and people to come get a slice of pie and cold beer.
D.C. is so good for music. Baltimore is, too.
Yeah,
and we had Hammerjacks coming back.
Yeah, man. Baltimore's killer for music.
So little piece of history. When the Orioles, Adam Jones used to pie face the Orioles when they hit home runs and won the game. I heard those pies came from you too. Huh? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it was weird. It's been a good number of years since that happened. But John and Mary, Adam Jones used to come to the pie shop, like Cal would come to the pie shop. But Adam Jones was like doing those, those shaving cream pies at first, and it was just
that hurt your eyes.
Burn your eyes out. So they started taking cream pies from us. And it was the greatest thing for a couple of years, man. Every time it was like just free advertisement. Also, they would be smashing pies in the face on a good game. Fans got behind it. People started wearing shirts with pies on them, like Orioles pie. It was just a cool thing, We made like an orange cream pie. It looked like an Orioles, Orioles colors, and man, it was really cool. The fans dug it. The team seemed to dig it too. Only it stopped happening. One player who got tired of it getting in his eyes. And why should he be tired? He was like the MVP, man.
We won't mention that player. All right, so now it's summertime.
Yeah.
And you have a special camp going on where you teach young ones how to bake pies and other things. Explain to that.
Well, I do this. It started about 5 years ago. I do this Rodney Henry's School of Practical Cuisine, and basically it is making things from scratch, whether it's pie or cakes or any sort of pastries, but dishes, fried chicken. Kids don't know how to do a lot of these things, and they go back home from a class, and they usually come home with a couple of dishes that we worked on that day, but they can blow their parents away by just making really awesome, pretty simple stuff from really fresh ingredients, and the kids seem to dig it. I really love working with the kids and teaching them how to do stuff. It's like kind of how I learned how to bake and how to cook myself, just hanging out with my grandmother. So I try to give them a really cool experience, kind of kitchen style. I want them to have like a really legitimate experience, that like a professional kitchen.
Gotcha. Well, I came from a family of 8. I was 7 at 8. My mother made everything.
That's awesome.
And my brother, we would love to bake. Me and my brother Beeve, and he'd say, "I'll make them, you bake them." And he'd make cookies, and then I'd make a bad hot milk cinnamon cake.
Oh, right on.
From scratch, and no mixer. I do it all by hand.
Oh, totally.
I do old school, and when I make that, everybody says, "How come your cake's a lot fluffier than mine?" I said, "Well, I sift the flour. I let the eggs get the room temperature. I tell them my secrets, but I think beating it by hand just gives it that air and that moisture.
It's perfect. Everything's not perfect. It's better that way. When things get to, like when you get a mixer, when you chop, when you're using Cuisinart, stuff like that, everything's too perfect. When you do it by hand, It's excellent.
That's how they did it 100 years ago.
Exactly, and it always tastes better. And you know, the thing is that we're sort of losing that these days. So it's kind of cool that the kids are getting into food and stuff.
Right.
They want to learn how to do it like the right way, like the old school
Right.
way.
Get rid of those boxes.
Yeah, man.
Get out the flour, eggs, and milk.
Definitely.
And go to town.
Absolutely.
Little baking powder. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'd like to go in and watch the kids make some pies. How about it?
Sounds good to me.
Let's go, buddy.
Right on, man.
All right, Rodney, we're back inside. The kids are rolling their little heart out. Tell us what they're doing.
Right now, we've already prepared some pie crust, basically. They know the basics of doing pie crust. Yeah, these are going to be little things. So we're rolling it out right now, just teaching them how to like kind of use flour as a tool, and their crust. Actually, every single kid here made a killer crust today. They're awesome. So we're just getting it all rolled out. We're going to make some little mini pies. That's going to be their deal today, some mini apple pies this morning, and that's basically it, man. They're just going for it. Look at it. Remember, use flour. Liam, go ahead and dust your flour. Use the flour. Remember, use flour. Dust it up there. Dust it up. You can't use too much flour. It's going to be a mess anyways. But don't get too messy because the breeze is going to have to clean this place up later.
I feel bad.
You know what I mean? What's that?
I feel bad.
Why you feel bad?
The kids don't have to clean up their own mess?
They do. They do. But
Okay.
sometimes, like,
You got to go over
yeah, and
there.
exactly. When you're dealing with kids from like 7, 8 to 15, like the younger ones, they sort of just go and do their own thing. They clean up, and then you got to go back and sweep up and do a bunch of stuff. But
Gotcha. What's everybody's favorite pie, you think?
What y'all? Apple.
Apple?
Right?
Blueberry white chocolate.
You like blueberry white chocolate? That's a good one. Which one?
Apple.
Apple.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. What? Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
You like pumpkin too? And an apple?
Yeah, pumpkin.
Awesome. What about lemon? You don't like lemon chess? We like to do a lot of traditional, like, old school, like Southern pies. From like that's kind of how I grew up, like chess pies. I never knew what that was, so I got to be like 20 years old.
Talking about lemon meringue. That meringue
Yeah.
you got to whip by hand. I
That's
didn't
all-
know that was all the work involved in that.
There is,
Really.
and that, it's like that's an excellent pie. You can't just get like a beat. That's got to be a really well done pie. You can't just sit there and use like, like sweetened condensed milk and stuff. We want to make that stuff right. All right, how you looking? So the next thing you do, hey, Evan, you don't need to do that many times. So take this, take your little pan, take your little pie pan right there. Take your little pie pan. Here you go. Hey, can you hand me a couple of them pie pans, please? So what you're gonna do, you got it all rolled out. You're gonna take this, kind of pop it over there. You're gonna have a little bit extra. So when you're going around the rim of your pie, you listening up, y'all? Coming around here, just kind of take this. You're gonna save the crust that you have that you're peeling off of here. Then you just kind of stack it on top of the rim of your pie pan. Okay? See that big old rim right there, that crust that's sitting there? That's how you want it to look. That's before we put the tops on them, So go ahead and hook it up, just like that. Here, I want to cut that one in half. Then go ahead. Here's a pie pan. Go ahead, do it up.
You know what I like to do with leftover pie crust? I like to roll it out, put a little butter, cinnamon, and sugar, roll them up, cut them into little.
Totally.
Oh, man.
It's
That's
delicious.
awesome. What are they called?
What's that?
Is there a name for those?
I don't know. What?
It might be a crepe.
No, that's not a crepe.
I don't know.
We use, hey, they're Jimmy's cinnamon deliciousness. I think that's what we're gonna call them today because those are good. Well, I like cinnamon rolls too. It's kind of a similar
Yeah,
thing.
it's like a cinnamon roll.
But it's like a biscuit a little bit. Yeah, it's good.
But they're
good stuff.
awesome.
You get, see what you do is you use every bit of the crust you have for whatever you can, right? Like all this extra crust. You guys made some big crust, so we can make several more pies out of it. We could make some of those cinnamon butter and cinnamon and sugar. Done. That's what we're doing. You just made me Jones for that right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. That's looking good, buddy. How's it going? Oh, it is. Nice job. Nice job, y'all. Oh, look at this. The kids
They
are
look
doing.
awesome,
You're
man.
doing great.
I think they're hard.
Y'all need a job.
Yes.
You do.
I wanted like an iPad.
Oh yeah, so you need. Yeah, you got to work for that. You got to
I think
make that
there's laws
stuff.
against that, though.
Well, my daughter's back there
I
working.
have a phone. I already have an iPad. No,
Okay, stack it up, bud.
All right, so what happens next?
What's next? Well, we're gonna grab some apple mix. We're gonna fill these up, and we're gonna make some apple pies.
Yeah.
And Rodney, there's the filler, so that's what happens next.
All right, here you go. Emmett, take this, scoop it into one of your pie pans. Here, nice and neat. Here, let me help you out.
They need a stool. There you go. Now this is already pre-prepared. It looks like it's
Yeah, we made it. We made it earlier.
Okay.
It's super simple. It's apple pie. It should not be too
a
crazy.
little sugar, a little brown
Yeah,
sugar.
brown sugar, butter.
Yep.
And flour and cinnamon, a little bit of cinnamon, not too much. You don't want to take away from the taste of the apples.
Right.
Here you go, bud. Let me help you out a little bit here. No, just one. Fill up one, because you're gonna use one for.
She's making like 3 of them.
Here you go. Here you go. Right there, buddy. All right, here you go. Now top it up. You're good. Top it.
Okay, let's see
Good.
the top
Give
that
it-
baby. Go ahead, top her. Top on.
The top one?
Yeah, put on top. Okay, cool.
Oh, no,
Here you go.
oh,
Just
no.
pop it on there. You're good. Hold on 1 second. So we're gonna take this and flatten it out a little bit. Get that apples there. Now what you want to do next, dude, is you want to take this here, come around the whole crust, get your fingers in there, and tighten the bottom and the top. Okay.
Wow, look at that. That seals that puppy, right?
Nice and good. Listen. Don't baby that sucker. Get your hands on there. And press it down. Right, all the way around like this. Pinch it up. Hold on 1 second, bud. Let me show you something. Take the crust from the bottom here and pull it up.
Roll up.
Roll it up.
And pinch.
And then pinch it, right?
Got it.
There you go, all the way around. Keep going. You can take this a little bit here and save that for your little extra stuff. All right, here.
There's one for ready for the oven.
So what you want to do here, just to get it straight, here, I'm going to show you a little trick. You guys got your fingers right like this. See that? So if you want to make something like a little bit fancier, put your forefinger and your thumb together. Take your other thumb and you go like this. Look how, bud, move your hand. So like this, and you just go right in there and crimp it all the way
Okay,
around.
so you get that pattern.
A little crimp. Go ahead and try it out.
Don't be afraid of it.
Yeah, get in there. Use your thumb, bud. Use your thumb. Use this thumb here. Use your thumb. Use the thumb. Press it right in there. All the way around. Like get down here, like watch. See this? You got your fingers out there. You keep the thumb and your finger right here on the inside and push it all the way around. Right? Look at that. See that? You gotta really go for it. You're not gonna hurt that pie.
All right, we ready for more filler?
You ready for some pie filling? Let's go, y'all.
I have my pie top and a mini pie for Sophia.
It smells good.
Here, let me get some here. You ready for little apples?
Got our top ready.
Yep. You sure do. Top it
So
up.
how long are these courses? When do they start? They last a day, a week? How do they
There's daily classes are from 9 to 3, and there's
Okay.
weekly classes that are 9 to 3, Monday through Friday.
Gotcha. Okay. Is this a daily?
This here is a daily.
Okay. So I come back at 3, they're all baked, huh?
Oh yeah.
I'm a good sampler, you heard that.
Oh yeah, sure. We got you covered.
Okay.
Let me see your crust here. You got your pie crust over there? Hey, roll your crust out. Pearl, hey, roll your crust out. Real thin. Help her out, would you? When you get a chance, when you're done with your pie. All right, cool. All right, go ahead. You're gonna top that one.
I love my apple pie.
All right, Shaw. Let me see it. All right, cool. Okay, get that one sealed right, pretty good right there. Okay, here you go. Apples. You got it?
Are you making a triangle? That was the weirdest pie I've ever seen.
Here, get just a couple more in there.
All right, now's the time. They go in the oven, huh?
Yes, sir. 350 for about 25, 30 minutes for these minis.
All right.
And, boom. Looking pretty
Boy,
good.
Those puppies look pretty.
This kid,
Oh my
They
God.
did a pretty good job, man.
They did do a good job.
See that? All
They're
right.
gonna look better in my belly.
Oh.
All right, what do we got here? Oh, this is the moment I've been waiting for here.
Apple pie. Apple pie is my favorite pie.
Look at that.
First thing I made.
All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
I got a little bit of crust, a little bit of pie.
Look at that. That's a good looking
You can judge by the smile on my face. This pie has been awesome.
That's awesome.
Rodney, I want to thank you for this time to Keep teaching the kids and doing what you're doing, buddy.
Thanks a lot, brother. It's really nice to hang out with you today. It's really cool.